What's up, everybody? Welcome. It is Wednesday. It's 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, which means only one thing. It is time to play ThreatGEN Red versus Blue, and we have got a very special show for you today. If you're a regular of the stream, you know that we use the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue cybersecurity simulation platform to both practice our blue team skills against an active adversary AI red team and to learn red team skills against an active AI blue team defending. And of course, from time to time, we do tabletop exercises with the platform, effectively helping train our staff on being able to respond to incidents much quicker with higher fidelity. Well, today we are going to have some real fun. I'll be joined by Clint Bow Dungeon in a little bit, but we are going to be going old school here and executing as the blue team. However, as many of you already know, we are going to be using a Dungeons and Dragons style theme. You can see I've got the play card right here. I am very excited about it. If you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, it is a story-based game with a little bit of chaos, a little bit of randomness introduced to it with a D20 die. Clint's going to be operating the D20 die. We'll come up with scenarios. I have a little bit of a short story to kick off the game once we get into the platform. So stay tuned. Hang out, say what's up in chat. I see lots of people over on LinkedIn there. Jennifer Buckley, Rama Allington, all the regulars, Brady McNulty from the squad. We're going to have a good time today. Settle in. Let's get cracking on some D&D cybersecurity vibes. Hey, Clint, how are you today? Looks like you're on mute right now, Clint. No big deal. Get you sorted out.
And there we go. You know what? That has been the theme. We did last week. We did an event for Seminole State College of Florida, the esports event, and the mute button was the bane of my existence.
Oh, that's too funny. Well, hey, it's 2023. Who hasn't said? I mean, it's almost on like a bingo card at this point. Hey, you're on mute. Like it's a bingo card for any
That's right.
online meeting. So, Clint, we're getting into a little bit of D&D action. Did you play D&D when you were younger? Have you ever played D&D?
Still play it.
Nice. Well, it is having a resurgence right now in mainstream society. So if you guys are into the stream, on the stream into D&D, give a shout out in the comments. We love to see what people are up to. Now, the way that I want to do it today, we're going to bring it up. We're going to do a blue team. I'll read a little bit of story, Clint, and I'm thinking we'll come up with just-in-time D20 rolls to say, like, you know, like for the obvious things, we'll give that a higher chance. But I want to introduce a little bit of chaos, a little bit of stupidity, a little bit of Carl, if you will, and we'll see how it goes. So has the ThreatGEN Red versus Blue platform been used in this way in the past, Clint?
No, not using it like D&D or anything like that. It has not. And by the way, before we start, I have to start with an apology to everyone because I'm getting bombarded with comments right now all over the place. Some of you have reached out to me and expressed the fact that some of our past live streams are not showing up and that you can't find them and you want to. So to accommodate this, I started taking some of the old live streams and started moving them over to the video section, which have to be new posts. And as a result, there's a lot of new content posted. And while some of the comments have been very respectful and inquiring, I responded in kind, some of the contents have been downright nasty and accusational, accusing us of spamming, trying to boost our numbers and things like that. I didn't realize what the repercussions would be. So bear with us. I will slow down the roll, pun intended, and I will try to get some of these new videos posted. We're not trying to game the system, pun intended. We're not trying to boost our numbers or anything like that. I'm just trying to accommodate people looking for some of these older streams that were stuck in live stream and not in the video section. So anyway, just want to throw that out there. Bear with me.
Very nice disclaimer. All right, Clint. So I think let's just dive right into it and see how it goes. And I will be both the dungeon master, but please chat, jump in here with ideas. Clint, I feel you'll be doing the rolling. So let's dig in, shall we? You ready to rock and roll?
And I'm the dice, by the way. So whatever dice roll sound is, that's all. I'm just the dice.
All right, there we go. So here, let's put the dice on stream as well. There we go. So we got the dice up there. Hopefully you guys can all see. Let us know in chat if you got any issues with the visuals. And let us kick off this amazing storyline. The land of Arendor has long been a hub of technological advancement and innovation, but with the progress came a new danger, the threat of cyber attacks. The kingdom's brightest minds have been working tirelessly to protect Arendor's digital infrastructure, but despite their efforts, the attacks keep coming. To combat this threat, the kingdom has assembled a team of skilled adventurers, a mix of hackers, programmers, and security experts, and together, all of us, chat, we are tasked with tracking down the source of cyber attacks and putting a stop to them once and for all. And as we delve deeper into the digital realm, the adventurers, we must navigate treacherous firewalls, defeat malicious code, and outwit cunning cyber criminals, but with the fate of the kingdom hanging in the balance. They, us, chat, and on stream will stop at nothing to complete our mission and safeguard Arendor's future. A dynamite introduction for what is going to be a dynamite stream today. Shall we? I think Arendor feels like a pipeline company in the Pacific Northwest. Don't you feel like that?
Yeah. Arendor, it definitely seems like a river city or, at least some sort of water or coast.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. Pacific Northwest, very elfish. Okay. We are barbarian.
You can ignore
druid.
that.
Huh?
You can ignore that game description now.
We're a barbarian druid, CISO. A barbarian CISO. So much great stuff. I live with the elves. Brady McNulty. All right, here we go. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. We do have 2 minutes to go. So we have 3 people. Now, the obvious thing would be gateway firewall. I think we'd want to do that. Install a SIM and electronic locks. Or not electronic locks. Asset inventory or policies and procedures. So, Clint, let us begin, shall we? I feel like doing the gateway firewall is the obvious first step. Here, let me do this really quickly. Gateway firewall is an obvious first step. So, I think for a D20 roll, let's say 1 to 15, or 5 to 20 is install gateway firewall. 2 to 4, right, is to do some security control that isn't great right now. Something like, we'll pick one in a second. And then 1 is, we're not going to do the gateway firewall for 3 turns, okay?
Do we need to write this down somewhere? Because
No. I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine. Okay, so 1 is we don't do gateway firewall for 3 turns. 2 to 4 is we do some control that's not really a good fit right now, but we do it. And then 5 to 20 is we do the gateway firewall. So as we embark on this journey, we're presented by a vendor who's immediately like, I have free gateway firewalls. Please take one and install it in your environment. Free professional services. We look at the vendor and roll.
Oh, you want that? Q.
We've rolled the 19. Quite excellent.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and install that gateway firewall. We thank the vendor for his free professional services and appreciate that he leaves his business card for next budget season. As we begin to look across the landscape, we realize that policies and procedures are pretty significant in our environment, along with let's do policies and procedures, Clint, and let's go ahead and use a similar roll, except 1 to 5. We don't do policies and procedures for 3 turns. 6 to 20, we do policies and procedures. A GRC audit, and we rolled a 2. Oh no, we are definitely not doing policies and procedures. We look around the environment and realize policies and procedures are for absolute wonks, and we are not subscribing to that. We're going more tech focused. We know what we're doing. Clint, if we're going to be a barbarian druid CISO, we're going to want to install some tech, get that sec operations going on. Talk about installing a SIM if you can. I think, again, 1 through 5, we don't install the SIM for a couple turns. Let's say 6 to 20, we install a SIM. And we'll start mapping this out a little bit better as we go. We roll and a 5. Oh no! Oh no! We are complete recluses in here. Holy jeez. Okay, so asset inventory, our final option. And I'm gonna say this right now. If we roll a 1 to 5, we just end the turn. We're talking dire consequences here. We will just lose all 3 turns. 6 to 20, we do asset inventory. Please roll. 17. Thank goodness we got some action here. So we do an asset inventory. And as we're beginning to understand what our environment is, we have 2 more turns, 2 more resources left to do. What are we going to do? Okay. We look around the environment and we realize that there has been an uptick in activity from a threat intelligence resource around on-premise attacks. We believe that a surveillance system of some sort, video surveillance or electronic surveillance, would help us defend from this. We begin to look across the pantheon and we realize we could either do nothing, electronic locks, or video surveillance. So please roll, Keeper, and if we get a 1 to 5, we do no physical security. 6 through 12 would be electronic. Huh? And you rolled a 20? Well, that was going to be video surveillance, so there you go. Nailed it. All right, we've got video surveillance, and then Clint, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 options, basically. 8 options. We'll say everything times 2, right? So roll the dice, and whatever maps into one of the 8 options, we'll select counting by 2s down, and 1 through 4 is do no option. Go ahead and roll the dice, please. 17. All right, so very good. So that would be 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. Install the SIM. All right, so we do have a second thought and a retrospective on installing that SIM. Very nice. Chat, please let us know if the way that we're presenting this gamified experience, this Dungeons and Dragons ThreatGEN Red versus Blue experience is working out for you. Based on the roll dice, we're going to get a gateway firewall, asset inventory, video surveillance, and install a SIM. Not too bad. We could have rolled a D8, yeah. Exactly. All right, let's go ahead and pass the turn. Brian Paps, loving the vibes. Let's see. Oh, we've got our threat monitor enabled and our perimeter firewall installed. Very nice. As we look across the landscape of Arendelle, we feel we've done some effort, but there is a dark storm looming on the horizon, and one that we don't know when it will strike, but we're well aware that it may be devastating. We look at our action queue and realize we have 1 resource remaining, and we're going to decide what to do. We look at the gateway firewall and realize it probably makes a ton of sense to actually put log collection and analysis on it. Clint, would you please roll 1 to 10? We do not do log collection and analysis. And 11 to 20 we do. Circle gets
19.
the square. We got a 19. We're going to go ahead and put those log collection and analysis on it. Very nice.
I would say we are now on a roll.
Oh my goodness. All right. So we retreat back to our our office in the castle in the top corner of the Red Keep in the city of Arendelle, where we consume our dinner and wait for the next day. If we roll a natural 1, we do nothing. The turn ends immediately. I agree, a haircut fish, 100%. Again, if you are in chat with us, I see 33 of you today, and you're a regular D&D, do holler at us because we're trying to do this as best we can. We wake up on the 3rd day. uneasy knowing that we hear the thundering sound of orcs in the distance heading towards our pipeline company castle. We look across our landscape to determine what we have in practice. Looks like we can install locks. Ooh, we've unlocked. Guys, I don't know what it's called in the game, like when you level up, like your druid becomes like a dark elf or something like that. But with the sim, we've unlocked new capabilities, including industrial control system security monitoring, endpoint detection, log collection analysis, and NIDS. Clint, we want to do, actually, let's do this. Policies and procedures, we can't do because we're all backed up here. And endpoint detection, we can do these things. So Clint, if you would, we're going to do one of these three items, endpoint detection, log collection analysis, or NIDS, or we're going to do, what is the CISO going to do? Deploy USB security. Okay, so we've got 4 options. 1, 2, 3, 4 options. 5 options with the electronic locks. So let's do 5 options. We'll do, can you do a D6 really quickly, Clint? And 1 will be, we're ruined, and 2, 3, 4, 5 we'll map to what we're doing.
Okay.
Roll, roll, roll. Doink! And we got a 4. Very nice. Aaron Dahl is very pleased with us. We've got 1. Oh, actually, so 1 was a dead run. 2, 3, 4. Log collection and analysis. We look across our environment and realize it would probably be beneficial to stick this on devices that would likely most be seen. So we'll choose the DMZ Wi-Fi. As we end the turn, we are very pleased with ourselves. USB security, like a YubiKey. Nope, Zach's not on board. A YubiKey is more around authentication and how you authenticate to a system. USB security is protecting USB devices that may be malicious that you plug into a computer. Our video surveillance is installed. We're feeling very good about ourselves. Let's go ahead and go big screen on this. We've got our we've got full 3 resources. We look across the environment. Policies and procedures would be really, really good. We need to start, Clint, I'm also interested, or chat, let me know. I'm interested in, we should start having some really like negative things, like 1 to 5 would be like negative things, and then whatever. I don't know what the negative things are right now. 1 is we just end our turn immediately. 2 through 5 needs to be something not great. Okay. So policies and procedures, network segmentation, 1, 2, let's see. Clint, what do you think if we just started going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? We could just roll a D20 and start counting down, with 1 being something terrible, and then the rest of it is we just iterate over.
Okay.
Hire new staff looks negative. That's funny. It's very expensive. So we're going to go ahead and go full chaos mode here.
All right.
Clint grabs the D20 and rolls. Boom, a 19. Let's take a look at what that is going to bring us. 1, 2, no, actually 1's negative. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh no! We are unable to do anything with that turn. Yeah, I guess you'll have to re-roll, Clint.
Yeah, because 19 should not be a bad thing.
Right, exactly. Let's re-roll.
13.
13. Let's see what we get, people. Very exciting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1's negative. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13's log collection and analysis. We've got these. Clint, roll again, please.
16.
16. All right, let me see this really quick. Whoa, hold on. Oh boy. We are running low on time. Let's do this. 16 and we'll do vulnerability mapping.
Just FYI, this was thrown together kind of off the cuff. So like we didn't like plan this out. We didn't have this big thing. However, I think if we actually like fully planned this out, this could be really interesting.
It could be a good campaign. I do like it. All right, so we're entering the 5th turn. I want to say JCon, my man JCon, who I just tweeted a minute ago about this. I was very excited about this. Jay, I hope you or Justin, I hope you heard the I hope you heard the intro storyline. JCon's thinking, 3 resource things that require 15 to succeed, or do nothing. 2 resource things, 11, or you do nothing. 1 resource thing, or an 8. 1 is you do nothing for 2 turns. Oh my God, that's so brutal. That is so brutal. Yeah, Justin's kefinitely a pro at the D&D stuff. I actually messaged him to get some insight. Clint, if you can, I'm going to keep playing, but if you can think about what he's saying there, since you're more familiar with D&D, I would genuinely appreciate it. Maybe we can integrate it into the show as we're going here.
Yeah,
so, there's a lot going on.
I'll be able to think about that on off the cuff. And by the way, James Randolph, I do like your comment too about let's start mocking up special dice. Yes.
I love it. Okay, so I guess network segmentation seems like a really good thing for me. Go ahead, if you will, Clint, roll the dice. 11 and higher. We'll do network segmentation.
11.
Okay, there it is. Boom, baby, boom. All right, I love it. What's up, Jose Zayas? Good to see you on LinkedIn. I love what we're doing here. Vulnerability mapping complete, video surveillance installed. We've got all sorts of hot problems going on over here. Clint, just to unlock stuff, I think what we should definitely start doing is let's start the roll off. 1 to 10, we're gonna do something in the work tree. 11 to 20, we're gonna do something with the endpoints. Okay, just to kind of establish what we're doing. So go ahead and roll and tell us what we got.
Yeah, we got a 9.
Okay, so we're gonna do something inside the skill tree here. 1's definitely bad. Let's go ahead and we've unlocked some other fun stuff over here since we did our vulnerability mapping.
Keep in mind, we also have percentage dice we can roll as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm totally into that. I'm totally into that. So we can only do a couple things here. Go ahead and roll the D20. I'll count it off. And I know, for you purist D&D people, this isn't exactly how to do it, but we're managing. All right, so you rolled a 12, Clint?
Yep.
All right, so 1 is dead. 2's policy, 3 is deploy, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is NIDS. NIDS. So let's go ahead and install a NIDS. We'll put it in our industrial control system network, guys. For those who are learning, like even though we're playing D&D and we're having fun, you do want to put, your industrial control system is your actual most sensitive area, so you'd want to focus security there and build your way out. Alex Goodwin, good to see you, Alex. Probably horrified at the abomination that we're doing.
Yes. So I have a quick comment. I think that just for fun, it would not be too much of a stretch to actually build a D&D themed map and actually include a dice roller. I think I can pull that off. Let me know in the comments or in chat if you'd be down for that. And I know some people are going to yell at me. You never did the Stargate level, all that stuff like that. I know we're there's reasons why, and we're waiting on some things. But not too long ago for Houston Security Conference, I did a D&D themed level, and I could bring that back and make some modifications. So anyway,
there we go. And David Beard, glad you're learning as well.
And by the way, David Beard, this is not normally how Red versus Blue is played. This was
No, this is just a fun.
This
we
is
do
a special little.
Yeah,
gimmick.
We do this game every Wednesday. We're typically teaching you and educating you, which we're still doing, mind you. It's just we're having a little bit of fun. D&D is very in vogue right now, and yeah, we just thought we'd kick it a little bit. Clint, if you can roll one more time, we need to decide if we're going to go in the skill tree or the endpoints.
10.
We rolled a 10. That means we go on the endpoints. If you can go ahead and roll again, I'll count from left to right, top to down, and we'll find the endpoint we're going to do.
20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The file server. Let's see if we can patch it. Oh, we can put endpoint detection on it. There we go. All right. So we're looking at the game here. Oh, I see the background's very nice. That's cool. All right. So let's end the turn. Good job, everybody. We've secured our network has been segmented. We've got good baseline security. Ooh. Give a quote from the king to the adventurers.
Yeah, we're using ChatGPT in the background to create some narrative. By the way, everybody, I just want to announce, you're hearing it here first. I just the deal isn't inked yet, but it pretty much is inked. I'm writing a new book. It'll be out probably out in the next 6 to 8 months. It is ChatGPT for cybersecurity cookbook. Anyway, plugging it there. Shameless plug. Done.
All right, very good. ChatGPT puked on itself, so we can't get the story here. But all right, so we've got network segmentation.
Are you using 3.5 or 4?
I don't know. Write an update to a cybersecurity Dungeons and Dragons story of to the adventurers from the king about good baseline security in the city of Elendor. Okay, let's rock. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay, so here we are looking at the game. We've got 3 people. Clint, go ahead and roll one and decide if we're going to go into the skill tree or not. 3, we're going to go into the skill tree. Go ahead. I think policies and procedures is where we need to be. I'll make you a deal. We'll do 1 and 2 is bad and we just lose the turn. 1, we lose 2 turns. 2, we lose this turn. Anything north of that, like 3 to 10, we do some control, and 11 to 20, we do policies and procedures.
Okay. 6.
6. Okay, so we're going to choose one that is just random, which I guess would be, I don't know, ICS security monitoring is pretty random. Okay, and then if you can roll again.
Another 6.
All right, so another 6. That would be inside the skill tree and a random one, which I guess ICS safe testing methods. Keep with the ICS. All right. Now. All right, here we go. Let me just, we did get the good security baseline update, so I want to give you guys an all-in update. Dear stream and adventurers, I'm writing on behalf of the King of Elendor to provide you an update on the cybersecurity measures that have been implemented. As you may recall, our previous correspondence highlighted the need to improve the security baselines, and since we've taken a number of steps to strengthen our defenses from the wild orc army coming to crash down, we've implemented comprehensive training programs across all city officials. We're aware of all cyber risks to our population. The very fabric of our society depends on our defenses. We've established a dedicated cybersecurity team, and through your strong security baseline efforts, the people of Elendor thank you. Please continue on the march defending us. All the best, your king. All right, Clint, let's keep rolling. Clint, I'm thinking maybe for the stream, if you could zoom in real tight on the die roll number 6 there. We might be able to keep it like this and be able to see the die.
Sure.
All right, and we are currently on a
Yep, that's max zoom.
All right, all of our resources are taken right now, so we can't do anything with that. So let's go ahead and pass the turn.
Oh, I can actually add dice here. There we go.
Very cool. Ooh, nice. We've got security monitoring, industrial control systems.
You would. And there we go. There's a percentage dice. So we got a D6, D20, and a percentage dice.
All right. I like it. You'll have to explain to me how we would use a percentage dice. And if Jay,
like it's kind of built into the game already. it's a percentage. It's either 1 to 100 or 0 to 1.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's any for the D&D people in the crowd, if there's any mapping between skills and characteristics, like agility or luck or anything like that, you know?
Oh yeah, duh. I don't know what. You know what? I'm completely failing in my job here. I can literally just have you make and I should be the DM or at least assist in that, and I should be like, you know what? You need to make an intelligence check, and we'll roll, and I come up with the difficulties based on whatever. That's what we should be doing.
Yes, I agree, 100%. Well, we've got for this turn alone, we have 3 staff. For now at least, can you just roll and we'll do the 1 to 20 is the skill tree, 11 to 20, or you know what I mean. 11, the top half will be endpoints.
Yep. All right, so we rolled a 14,
and
oh man, we need to make character sheets and everything.
Exactly. The barbarian druid CISO. Okay, so Clint, let's look at our endpoints here. We've got 5 different domains. So why don't you go ahead and roll, and we'll do mod 5, and we'll choose which domain to look at.
Okay, so wait, what are we doing?
Roll, and we'll do a module 5 arithmetic, so we can figure out which of these colored segments we want to hit.
All right. Well, then we can roll a D10.
Sure.
Here we go. So we rolled a 9.
All right, so we're in the industrial control system segment. We'll go ahead and just, we can't really do much in here. We can harden that system, change the default creds. And that's all the actions we can do in here. There we go. All right, so we're following the guidance. And we're executing. Ooh, budget defender. The king looks on you. Here we go. The king, or Clint, if you want to DM this a little bit.
I can't. You want me to?
We got the budget defender. Yeah. So I mean, okay, I can do it. The king of Elendor looks over you in the realm you have secured. He sees the new wall, the moat, the invading orc army being pushed back, and he is happy. He gives you a bag of gold for your hard effort and tells you to keep up the good work. A $10,000 bonus is presented to you.
I need you to make a willpower check.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
All right, so we're gonna roll a D20, and we don't have any modifiers like character sheet like that. So we're gonna do a willpower check. On the D20, we rolled a 9. You know what? Because you're so excited and because you have gotten that bonus, you failed your willpower check. Now you have to end this turn without doing anything. You have to end the next 2 turns without doing anything because you just went on PTO.
Oh
to go
no!
Spend your money.
Oh no! Oh! The adventurers gather around a dimly lit fire with no food in their backpacks, and they are sad. We passed the turn.
All right, now this is the second one. Oh, what is this? Systems hardened? Okay, fine. All right. So you got things getting done at least. Now you got to end this turn too. So you have to skip the next 2 turns because you failed your willpower check.
Ugh, brutal. Justin, how do I fail my willpower check? Justin, if you want, we could bring you on for a D&D stream. It would be fun. Okay, so we come back from our vacation in the Alps or wherever with renewed willpower and renewed vitality. We've got our 10,000 gold, and we are ready to continue our effort. Alex Goodwin, Jerry fails save at -5 versus Shiny. Takes 3d8 damage to the expense account. Very nice. Clint, if you could roll.
3.
A 3. So we will go into the skill tree and begin looking around there. If you could do, I guess, a D20, that should get us pretty far.
1. Uh-oh.
Oh, God. Bump, bump, bump.
You got to end your turn.
You stub your toe as you enter the office.
You trip over a Cat 5 cable and unplug everything. You break the fiber.
All right. Intel is reporting that our threat intel score is still fine and 0% profit loss, so we are feeling pretty good about ourselves. Clint, please roll D20 to let us know if we're going upper or lower.
Oh, man.
A 3, so we will go into the skill tree. Please re-roll and let us find what skill we will be going for.
10.
A 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 would be endpoint detection. Very nice, endpoint detection. So let's go ahead and start putting these on our most critical assets. And I'll just do that throughout. And we'll pass the turn. The Barbarian Druid CISO is doing okay.
I feel like a better theme for this, a better tabletop theme for this would actually be like Shadowrun or Cyberpunk rather than D&D. But
okay, well, you know, we live and we learn.
Jerry's like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So, okay, so please roll. We'll go upper or lower to start.
Oh, God.
All right, so we'll end our turn. Jesus. Okay. Please roll. Where you can see our threat intel is going down.
Oh, and there is a 20. All right, so
a 20, we're going to go ahead and make. I guess a 1
your
loses,
choice.
and
So-
a 20
so
is like
when you
best
roll
possible.
a 20, you get to do whatever you want to do.
All right, so let's take a look at what we actually. Hold on one second. Okay. Let's do policies and procedures. We're desperate in need of that, and then. See, I'm feeling our threat intel is going. We really do need log collection analysis on our firewalls. So I'll go ahead and stick it on the DMZ firewall. And go ahead and end the turn.
I challenge anyone who's watching, if you want to make like a spreadsheet of we're going to redo this because this is fun. We're going to do this again. If anybody wants to make a spreadsheet that can have like different possibilities, basically make a DM screen for the different things here. And
All right.
I'm going to try it too, but if anybody else wants to take a stab at it, go for it.
All right. So okay, so looking at this, I just got a lot going on in multiple places. P&L is not threat intel. Exactly. Thank you, Alex. I made a mistake there. So we're looking at, I guess, is this still the turn? No. Roll a dice, please. We have to decide if we're going upper or lower. 6 is lower, skill tree. Go ahead and roll that D20.
15.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15. Change default creds. Oh, that's a good one. Only 1 default cred in the environment. That's pretty sweet.
That's good, yeah.
All right. Okay. Clint, do you think, can you talk for just a minute? I gotta kind of do something.
All right, so we're going to make an intelligence check because now that we have all these vulnerabilities, we're gonna do an intelligence check. I'm gonna put this one at a target number 10. So greater than 10, we will. If it's greater than 10, then we get to choose what we want to do. If it's less than 10, then we're gonna have to roll a d20 to figure out which one of the assets and which one of the vulnerabilities we're gonna fix. So all right, here we go. So we're rolling in. We rolled a 15 because it just stayed the same. So roll it. Yeah, okay. I was making sure it's still working. So we rolled a 15, which means when Jerry comes back, Jerry gets to actually make the decision of what asset and what vulnerability he wants to tackle based on passing the intelligence check. And Jerry is still. Let's see.
Yeah, sorry about that. Trying to multitask here. So I can do what?
You passed your, and so once you've gotten all these vulnerabilities out there, you passed your intelligence check. So you just had such an insightful moment with finding all these vulnerabilities that you have had a moment of clarity, and now you get to choose what you want to fix or do.
Okay, well then, I'm going to go ahead and do endpoint detection, continue rocking on that against my most critical assets, and go ahead and pass the turn. I like it. Definitely hot now. I was cold earlier, and now I'm wicked hot. Our policies and procedures have completed development, so we're feeling pretty good about that. Our systems are hardened. We are loving life. We're on turn 19 of 50, 3 of 3 assets available. So go ahead and roll that D20 and let's see what happens.
15.
All right, so we'll go across the endpoints. If you can, roll a D20 again, and we'll see which endpoint we hit. Ooh, 20. So we get to pick anyone we want, right?
You get to pick whatever you want. Another way that this would be fun to do is if basically just run it like a red team controlled tabletop exercise. So the DM would actually be in control of the red team so that they could actually give more information. So if you do certain checks, if you pass certain things, the DM could actually give more information and more insight as to what the red team is doing.
I like
that would be fun.
All right, so we're back here. We've got one person available, and we are we've got one asset, so we can do the D20 roll. That seems to be working quite well.
Oh,
yeah,
19.
So that's our endpoints. Go ahead and roll again, and we'll see which endpoint we take a look at.
15.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, the AD server. Go ahead and put endpoint detection and response on that. Very nice. You can see our P&L is going down, so we're probably hemorrhaging data right now. All right, we've got full 3 assets left. We can do all sorts of wonderful things. Hopefully we can get into that skill tree right now. Can you roll and let's see if we can get in the skill tree?
15, it just stayed the same, 15.
Oh, okay, all right. So that keeps us up in the endpoints. So let's go ahead and choose an endpoint.
20.
Nice. All right, we get to pick what we want. And we have 3 full assets, resources, which is dynamite. So let's go ahead and harden up all or get visibility into all of our firewalls. Look at our engineering workstation. Get these assets all tightened up here.
Yeah, I think another good thing would just be like, depending on what range of that 20 it was, like 1 to 5 would be in the server zone. 6 to whatever, 6 to 10 or 11 would be in the user workstation zone and all of that. So
I like it. I do like it. Okay, so here we are, turn 22. The P&L is still going down.
17.
All right, so that brings us into the top point, and then you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could do a D6 and see,
Yep. Or a D10 since there's only 5, right? So.
Yep. Well, because 1 could be a bad thing, right?
Oh, good point. All right. 6.
Ooh, winner, chicken dinner. So 6 would be this domain over here. Just looking through what we have. We can patch that.
Now, another regular that we have on here, Cactoid Jim, who is, I don't know if he's here today, but a regular. He's also a DM, and he might be someone who might be interested in helping.
Okay.
A real, an actual official D&D game, or a D&D session using Red versus Blue. He might help.
So we have PLCs out of action because I just patched them, and I didn't have the appropriate a vendor certification to actually patch them, which totally makes sense. So we got to go ahead. Do we roll to see if we reboot these assets?
Yeah. So we're gonna first of all, let's roll an intelligence check on that. So 18. All right. So you passed your intelligence check. You did notice that those things need to be rebooted. So now we've made the decision. Yes, we can go ahead and reboot those.
Excellent. We have 1 remaining resource available.
You know what? Wait. Let's do a charisma check. Things are going on. We got this. You as a cybersecurity manager, I'm going to have you roll for a charisma check to see if you can even muster the necessary leadership and charisma skills to be able to convince somebody they need to get off their ass and do whatever mundane task you have to give them. And a 4, guess what? In a complete failure of leadership, you were unable to convince the employee to stop what they're doing, to switch tasks to do a much more tedious, mundane task. So you have to end your turn.
Brutal. All right, ending the turn. All right. We rebooted our assets, so we're back up and running. That's very good. We're still hemorrhaging P&L. So there's probably some data exfil. Just looking around the environment, we got the databases. We got the SCADA. Okay. We got the file server, which could be hemorrhaging stuff. Clint, what do we do?
Roll to 14.
All right, so that would be up in the endpoint realm. Go ahead and roll that D8 then. And what
D8?
Is there a D8? Because then we could do the zones, and then one's bad and
great. So I will roll a D8. Oh, we got a 2.
All right, so 1, 2, the endpoint zone, and we'll go ahead and fix these guys up here. We invested all in our Kim 20 here. Antivirus rolled out. Nice. Speaking of rolled. Very nice. So we're doing all right. The P&L is not too bad. Okay.
Right, what do we?
Hold on one second. Do you want to just take a second, Clint? I'll pause this up.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and pause real quick. Jerry has to jump off real quick. He has something somewhat potentially urgent that he has to deal with. So and I can't control his game. So real quick, let's do this. Let's talk real quick about let's get some of your ideas on what are some of the, I think maybe if we do this officially, and I really want to do this a side quest. Jerry's on a side quest. I really want to do this, and I want to have a session to where I can even invite some of you to come on and play and do like a full campaign, and it won't really require any game modification other than some backgrounds and some skinning and modding and stuff like that. But where I can play as the DM and be the red, control the red team, so I can give you plenty of information. We'll do dice rolls, and we'll create character sheets. So I'm looking for ideas. And by the way, you can join our Discord channel if you want to discuss this. And I'm gonna employ Greg to make a new channel, RVB D&D. So anybody who wants to, let me look for the captions here. Where's our Discord channel link? There it is. So there's our Discord channel. If you want to join our Discord, you can join that channel and we can talk about the different rules, how to make character sheets, how to set this thing up, and actually use Red versus Blue to run kind of a D&D campaign. And I also want to throw out there that I think maybe instead of pure D&D, since it is technology and it's going to be hard to change labels and make it complete D&D. So it's going to be cybersecurity themed. It's going to be Red versus Blue. So maybe we do it like Cyberpunk or Shadowrun or something like that. But basically, and this is kind of weird, literally taking Red versus Blue and kind of really turning it into merging it with dice-based tabletop gaming and just I don't know, just have fun with it and just kind of see what happens and see what we can do. So who knows if this is fun. If you guys think this is fun, then I think a more planned out version of this would be a blast. So let me know in the comments in the chat what you think. Jerry, you're back now?
I am back. Yes, I am. So let's boogie into this. We've got the game up. We are on turn, just to reset the room, we're halfway through, turn 25 of 50. We are losing P&L, but our cyber program isn't too bad right now. And for the time being, we've got a decent solution on how we're doing this. Go ahead and... Hey, what's up, Justin Gold? Good to see you. Yes, exactly. Learning, playing, having fun. Okay, so Clint, roll the D20, and we'll do the same thing.
18.
18. All right, so we're up in the endpoint environment. Roll the D8, and we'll see if we're in one of these environments.
7. By the way, Alex said Shadowrun 4. Shadowrun 4, GURPS all come to mind. Shadowrun 5 is out, and very fortuitously, I feel like now, I just got a Humble Bundle on all of the Shadowrun 5 source. It didn't just come out. It's been out for a while, but I just got a Humble Bundle of all of the Shadowrun 5 source content. So, meh?
All right, so the environment 7, starting with the green and rotating around, goes into our end user environment here. And in the end user environment, I went ahead and did patching an endpoint for Carl, because he's our biggest threat. Brady McNulty was thinking about getting that Humble Bundle. Love me some
Carl
Brady.
the Kinder.
Yeah. We should definitely work Carl into the D&D vibes, too. I do
Carl's
love me
a
some
Kinder,
Brady
yep.
McNulty. What's up, Brady? Good to see you, as always. Yeah, Justin Gold. What do you mean they're trying to get you to join? Why aren't you joining? Get in there. Get right in there, sir. Okay. Oh, no. Compromised asset. We've got a compromised asset in the house.
Oh.
This would be a perfect... Oh, it's Carl.
Carl the Kinder, if you're a Dragonlance fan. I'm going to make you do a willpower check real quick. 9. Uh-oh. Ooh, it's close. It's close.
What does that mean? What does that mean, DM?
You know what? You have become so enraged over Carl yet again, and you're so surprised that in a fit of rage, unable to control yourself by failing your willpower check, you storm off to the break room to go outside or whatever to calm down before taking any action. Lose one turn.
Brutal. Brady McNulty saying Carl is a half-work financial analyst.
I beg to differ. I think Carl is a Kinder.
All right, so we've we have an active, another compromised asset in the environment. This time, our engineering workstation. This is not good, people. Not good. This is escalating quickly, and I'm not happy about it. What do we do, DM? Do we roll?
I just rolled a 5.
Okay, so hold on. we have to have like, do we activate IR? Or
okay,
not, right?
okay. All right, so here, all right. We're going to have 2 rolls here. The first roll is going to be a willpower check to see if you can handle all this pressure right now. 15. Okay. Under the stress, you hold up, you passed your willpower check. Now let's do an intelligence check. 20. You get to do whatever you want to do.
Very nice. I'm going to go ahead and really flex on this. So I'm going to do a bunch of things that take 1 turn. I'm going to go ahead and request budget. Oh, actually, I can't do that. Hold on. What can I... Hold on. Let's see. What's on this thing? Update antivirus for sure. Carl needs to do EDR. System patches. And we're going to activate IR. This is what we do. This is what happens when you have willpower.
Yep.
Let's go.
So everybody, let me know. I just want to know, everybody, as we're going through this, please let me know in the comments, in the chat here. Let me know if this is something that might, look, we think Red versus Blue is already a fun game and lots of companies use it. Let me know if you, either personally or at your company, think that doing it this style might even be a bit of a more fun little team building, a workshop, a little difference. Let me know. If so, we'll work towards making something official as opposed to just another D&D session.
Yeah, actually, that's a really interesting idea. With D&D being as popular it is, I don't think you could do it at like IBM or, certain, large companies, but small, mid-sized companies could benefit from tabletop exercises also.
Actually, we have several very large companies that are currently using this.
No. I'm for sure, but I'm saying with a Dungeons and Dragons vibe to it.
No, that like they're doing. Yeah, some are actually doing that. So like, I really like what Backdoors and Breaches, Black Hills, Info Security. What is it? What's the
Black Hills Information
Black Hills.
Security?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah. So Black Hills Info Security. Like I was gonna say, I really like what they're doing with Backdoors and Breaches. But I also like the computer video game aspect of what we're doing. And if you, oh shoot, okay, let me finish this real quick. I really like what they're doing over there, and I think that if you take the combination of, their more tactile approach of dice and things like that with our approach of the digital, you can combine that. So I think I'd really like to do that. I number one, I really want to, you know what? I'll do this in my closing remarks. Let's talk about what just happened, and then I'll have closing remarks.
Okay, very good. So we were under attack, and I was trying to clean the assets. And when I ended the turn, you can see the win condition here, damaged ICS process. That means that the red team, the orcs, overran our castle and destroyed everything. We could see from their side that they did own 2 workstations. So our forward knights, right, our messenger type knights, they owned the engineering workstation, which is definitely not good. That's how they got into the industrial control system. They had some visibility on some other stuff. JPark 20 is this asset right up here in user land. So, we can go back and look at their action queue to see where they were. Looks like they installed a malicious USB drive right here. That got them the JPark 20. Trying to see where they got a hold of the. They did a lot of malicious USB drives. It's surprising. We did have video cameras, and yet we did not detect threat actors in the environment. Of course, we didn't do awareness training. They were doing a social media campaign. Yep. So basically, the orcs, the red team, the threat actors, they definitely won, and they were able to destroy our environment. So congratulations to them. Unfortunately, let's see how we stacked up. Our score was 298, which is not good. The red team had 2,600 score, so that's really good for them. Let's see. Total issues, 2 out of 4 we detected. 83%'s pretty solid. We had horrible remediation, only 13% remediated in the environment, but we were just kicking off that phase of our operation. All in all, a good vibe, a good stream. We've been playing ThreatGEN Red versus Blue here on stream, using like a D&D vibe this time around. But it's been fun. If you've enjoyed it, you can use this platform to learn like different blue team techniques, different red team techniques. You can use it as, for fun and as tabletop in order to test your efficacy. Doing this overlay with Dungeons and Dragons is just a fun spin on how to use this platform to learn cybersecurity and improve the overall effectiveness of your team. Clint, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, I'll just say real quick, I think it was pretty fortuitous, though, that it did happen when it happened, because we're out of time. But and I've used the word fortuitous twice today now, so it's just a good day. So here's what I think. I think while a lot of people, are getting into red versus blue and are finding ways to incorporate this personally and professionally, I also think that adding some predetermined, whatever the word is, adding something predetermined like rolling dice and to help with the decision making might actually do 2 things. Might make it more approachable for complete beginners, just to kind of see, you could see what the impacts of doing this versus doing that is. And whenever you have a little bit of indecisiveness, you can roll the dice. So I think that adds another element that can make it more approachable, but also I think it adds another element that would make it a bit more fun. Instead of playing it in a way to where it's red team, it's versus blue team, and you're doing all the things. It adds another challenge, like it adds an element of luck for those people that want that sort of thing. You're getting screwed by the dice. It makes it more random and more of a board game as opposed to a simulation, right? So I think that there's definitely beating people up with big words. Sorry. I think that this definitely adds a new element. There's something here. I think there's something here. So I would like to do two things. Predicated by getting advice from everybody. So we'll make a Discord channel. I will employ and solicit comments and ideas. And then from that, we'll do two things. Number one, I would like to have probably another session with me and Jerry here doing this for fun, but also get the community involved. Maybe hold a few fun tabletop campaigns for the community, and I'll even probably put up a community on our portal, the portal.threatgen.com, for our professional community there, and we'll see if we can get something going, some sort of, not campaign, but maybe we'll start a series to where we get 4 or 5 people on and we do a D&D style red versus blue stream or something like that. So we'll see, but definitely interested in making some sort of modified map or modified rule set. Maybe even we just provide it in a PDF or something like that. Maybe we just provide a guidance PDF on, here's basically the DM screen. Here's what these role means. So if you want to add dice and D&D elements to your game, here's our rule set. Here's the dice. Here's ideas on how to do that. So I think there's definitely something official coming out of this down the road.
And I have it from Justin Connor, who's a very experienced DM and expert on D&D and cyber, who's willing to help us do this. He's just DM'd me. DM
Nice.
Yeah, but he did just DM me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, and like I said, my friend Cactoid Jim, he's probably sorry. I don't know why that just happened. I clicked something I shouldn't have clicked. Anyway, my one friend in this world, Mr. Cactoid Jim, he's a DM as well, and maybe he can help. So I think this was really fun. This was a really fun stream. This was a really fun concept. And I don't know, was it you or was it Jess Bishop that thought of this idea?
It was me. I came up with it yesterday. I mean, maybe Jess came up with it in the past, but yesterday when we were brainstorming concepts, this just dropped in because D&D is like so popular right now. That's why I wanted to do it.
Yeah. All right.
And again, for those who didn't see the art, just because, this is custom Mid-Journey art for the streams.
Look at all those fingers.
I know, right? This is just, I don't know why Mid-Journey's so terrible at fingers.
Well,
but yeah, that guy is like 12 fingers.
For those of you that are artists, and I used to be one, drawing hands and fingers is one of the most difficult things you can do in human art, and Mid-Journey would apparently verify that.
Yeah, right.
So.
All right. Well, this has been a Wednesday, guys. If you enjoyed the stream, obviously hit the like button. It goes a long way to help other people find this content. But more importantly, if you enjoyed this content, we literally do this every single Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. So hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications, not just to pump our egos, but literally so you know when we go live. These are always live streams. They're not produced videos. So if you want to be part of the action, if you want to play along, if you want to engage with us in the community, you got to know when we're live. And that's the easiest way to do it. So take a second and help yourself out by hitting the sub and the bell, and we will catch you guys, I guess, next Wednesday, right, Clint? Do you know what next Wednesday's vibes are going to be?
I don't know. We'll announce it later this week. But I'm trying. So, and actually, to correct you a little bit, I think we're doing the red versus blue streams every other Wednesday, and then on the off Wednesdays, I'm doing my cybersecurity superhuman, where I'm using AI, ChatGPT, and the GPT API for cybersecurity tasks, which is coinciding, like I said earlier, with the book that I'll be releasing in a few months. So
cool. I love it. All right.
So yeah, everybody, if you enjoyed it, go join the Discord. Help us out to flesh this entire D&D concept out of using red versus blue in a D&D format. And we want to hear from the community.
All right, sounds good. I'm Jerry Ozier. He's Clint Dungeon. This has been ThreatGEN Red versus Blue. It's been a blast. And I guess catch us next week for Superhuman Chat, but it's going to be another ThreatGEN stream. It's well worth your time. Come check it out. Until next time, thank you all so very much for your time today.
Yep. cybersecurity superhuman, not chat. Anyway, yep. Take care, everybody.